I think it's just I'm just missing a couple steps. I think we don't use it too much in Lisbon just because of the way the gym is set up. So it's been a while since I went through it. All right, sounds good. Yep.
scoop. Ooh. including Eagle Electric, American Federal Bank East Grand Forks, Sanford Health East Grand Forks, American Crystal Sugar Company, Little Miracles, Northland Custom Woodworking, Imprints Screen Printing, Hugo's Family Marketplace, Weber Irrigation, Achieve Therapy and Fitness, CNH Insurance East Grand Forks. Please thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
of them is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
At East Grand Forks Public Schools, excellence is the expectation for every learner every day. East Grand Forks Public Schools will engage and empower learners to contribute and succeed in a diverse and changing world. Today's student, tomorrow's leader. For more information on the East Grand Forks Public Schools, including teachers' pages, updates, the weekly newsletter, EGF activities and events calendars, and more, go to egf.k12.mn.us. Good luck, Greenway, from the East Grand Forks Public Schools.
YourLiveEvent.com is grateful to be working with the East Grand Forks Public Schools to provide a video stream and play-by-play for varsity home athletic events this season. We encourage all fans to subscribe to YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel and to like this video stream. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and Halstead Telephone. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, visit YourLiveEvent.com for more information.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
East Grand Forks Greenwave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Greenwave corporate sponsors, including Tim Shea's Nursery and Landscaping, Salon 222, Evergreen Insurance Agency, Border States Trophy and Awards, Leisureland RV, Northdale Oil, Shields, Custom Stripes. We ask that you please thank and patronize these sponsors of the Greenwave Athletics whenever possible.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to East Grand Forks. It is high school basketball on your live event. The East Grand Forks Green Wave boys basketball team opened up their season against the Sacred Heart Eagles here on this Thursday night, and what has been a long-awaited start to the 2020-2021, which will now be just the 2021 half of this basketball season. East Grand Forks comes into tonight's game. Both of these teams playing their opener, but East Grand Forks coming off a season which saw a heartbreaking loss to end the year against Perham in the Section 8 AA playoffs. They lost to Perham 66-63, which capped off a season where they finished 26-3. Well, for Sacred Heart, they had a 14-13 season. It was a slow start out of the gate. They lost 5 straight to start the year, including a game that went into overtime, but they finished strong, finished 14-13, but lost in the first round of the Section 8A playoffs against Badger to end their season. So both of these teams looking to start fresh in what is a condensed basketball season. Roadways throughout the area, not the greatest conditions. Definitely you can navigate that, you can travel, but some schools on the other side of the river postponing games, adjusting their schedule. But in the Minnesota side, it's a matter of getting through games and getting this basketball season underway. This is our American Crystal Sugar Company pregame show here on yourliveevent.com. Josh Perkowski, head coach, Josh Perkowitz, head coach of the East Grand Forks Green Wave, coming up next here on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
We are back, high school basketball on yourliveevent.com. Season opener for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Josh Perkowitz, head coach, with us on our pregame. Coach, it's last 12 months all around have been a little bit crazy, but some normalcy. We're back to basketball.
Yeah, we're back, and we're back in a big way tonight. We're playing, crosstown rival, Sacred Heart, and they're going to come in. They're really well coached, and they're going to come in. They got a lot of guys back from last year's team, and it's going to be not an easy task for us by any means tonight.
What did you have to do to adjust when the dial back was announced and you knew that not only would there be a delay to the season, an unknown start time, what did you do to keep guys focused, to keep guys fresh and excited for a season of basketball?
Just not giving up that sense of hope, and we did a lot of online stuff, Zoom meetings and stuff like that, just to try to keep connected with the boys and as we're going forward, and hopefully that they're doing little things that they could. Obviously, this is probably the least we're out of shape. Everyone, I think, and we're not the only ones that are out of shape. So I think everyone across the state's out of shape, and so trying to get these boys back to shape and the shape that we wanted to be in to play our style, playing 10, 11 guys a night and full court and all that stuff. We got to get our legs under us, and it took us a while. It took a lot of running. We went after school, before school. So we've gotten 14, 15 practices in already.
Perham ended your year last year. What did you know needed to be worked on in this off season, and how do you feel that you guys, obviously no games yet, but through practice have improved in those areas?
We just needed to make sure that that Perham game last year was what it was. It was one of the greatest games that I've ever been a part of, one of the best high school games that I've ever been a part of, and we just know that you got to leave that back there, and we got a lot of experience from those guys coming back, and being in a game like that is really going to pay for us, and those leadership with Sam and Tanner and Tyson, those guys coming in and knowing that a game like that is where we want to get back to this year.
Let's talk about the makeup of this Green Wave team. Who are the big returners for you guys?
Sam Badava, he is a 6-year starter now. He's going in with a lot of high expectations for him. Tyson Mahar came back after that game last year. He's our defensive stopper type of guy. Tanner Campos has really made some huge strides. Those are our 3 that we're looking to lead us. some key guys that are gonna have some big minutes for us tonight is Jeremiah Havig, number 23. Cole Gerber is going to step in some roles, and then we're going to have some other guys that are really going to get up and get in their face and hopefully force them into some turnovers that we can get some easy buckets.
You mentioned tonight's opponent. It's going to be a tough open to the season. You're playing back-to-back days, Crookston tomorrow. But for tonight, what's the scouting report and what are keys to start off the year with the win?
We just got to focus more on us and what we need to do. We know we're undersized when it comes to height, so we got to make sure that we can push the pace at all times. We want to make sure that we're getting up and down the floor as fast as we can. If you get tired, let's get you out and let's get a new guy in and just keep running them as much as we possibly can. And that's going to benefit us. It may not benefit us early on, but towards the end of the game, I think hopefully nutrition kind of steps forward and we can pull away.
All right, Coach, thanks for giving us some time here. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Josh Perkowitz, head coach of the East Grand Forks Green Wave, with us on our American Crystal Sugar Company pregame show here on YourLiveEvent.com. Season opener for the Green Wave. They will host Sacred Heart. They have the Eagles here tonight at home, and a busy start to the season for East Grand Forks basketball. They'll play tonight. They'll play tomorrow night. They won't play on Saturday, but then they'll come back and play Monday, Tuesday. So a lot of games in just a few days, a few weeks for this 2021 high school basketball season. Both coaches talked about conditioning, something that's going to be a concern coming into the early parts of this season. Coach Perkowitz talking about it in the pregame is that these guys, they try to get as much running as they can. You're trying to get conditioning going in a short period of time, and then on top of that, you're trying to get skills work coming in for this team, but both teams are excited to get back out here on the court for the first time this season. This is our American Crystal Sugar Company pregame show. We are back with more high school basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.
At East Grand Forks Public Schools, excellence is the expectation for every learner every day. At East Grand Forks, they offer a number of extracurricular activities, including athletics, academic clubs, speech, drama, and many more. At ISD 595, they encourage students to participate in as many extracurricular activities as possible. They feel students will gain valuable life lessons through these activities. For more information, visit egf.k12.mn.us. Good luck, Green Wave, from the East Grand Forks Public Schools.
East Grand Forks Green Wave basketball on YourLiveEvent.com. That will do it for our American Crystal Sugar Company pregame show. We'll come back to meet your starting lineups here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Minnesota State High School League reminds us that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Support today's teams with the respect they deserve. When you have a great team and great fans, a great game is practically a given. So, root for your team and enjoy every moment of today's game. This reminder is brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
I'm really happy here because on a daily basis when I get here, I'm so excited to work with the people around me.
I thoroughly like walking through the door and seeing everybody. It's a great place to work.
Every Sunday I'm ready to come to work Monday morning. Like, we laugh and we joke, but we get work done. But I've never had a bad day here.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Up North Pizza Pub, BSN Sports, East Grand Forks Youth Basketball Association, Construction Engineers, Red River Bean and Seed LLC, Franson Bank and Trust, GW and Sons Construction, East Grand Forks Blue Line Club, Reliance Telephone and Security, and by Caulfield Studios. Please thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. High school basketball for you on this Thursday night. The East Grand Forks Green Wave boys basketball team. East Grand Forks opening their season against Sacred Heart. Their Eagles, their opponent from across town. Let's get our starting lineups. We'll start with Sacred Heart. The Eagles, the visitors on the scoreboard, will be a junior number 1, Cullen Rorick. A junior number 2, Isaac Zavarol. A senior number 11, Adam Shapansky. A senior number 33, Bo Vadova. And a junior number 35, Kobe Tompkinson. Rorick, Zavarol, Shapansky, Tompkinson, and Vadova and Tompkinson for the Sacred Heart Eagles. They are coached by head coach Destry Sturkle. Now for the East Grand Forks Green Wave, the home team on the scoreboard for East Grand Forks will be a senior number 20, Sam Vadova, a junior number 21, Tanner Campos, a senior number 23, Cole Gerber, a senior number 23, Jeremiah Havig, and a senior number 31, Tyson Maher. Vadova, Campos, Gerber, Havig, and Maher for the East Grand Forks Green Wave, coached by head coach Josh Perkowitz. Both of these teams opening up their season here tonight. East Grand Forks back in action tomorrow against Crookston. By the way, we'll have that for you here on YourLiveEvent.com, beginning with junior varsity at 6 o'clock. So the team's out here on the courts, and they are ready to go. 18 minutes up on our scoreboard here for our first half of basketball action. And the tip is won back by the Green Wave. It is Sam Vadova, the 6-year starter, up court with the basketball. Comes to the Campos on the far wing, works it back near side to Maher. Feed down low, work to the right corner, giving a look. Campos can't get the shot, goes baseline, driving through Vadova, and it's loose in the lane and picked up by Sacred Heart. The Eagles will work the ball up court. It is Tompkinson on the wing. Tompkinson to Rorick, dribbles to the corner, look for help, top of the key to Bo Tompkinson, will hand it off to Zavarol to the near side, Shapansky. Shapansky drives, shoots, and a foul called. So the foul will be against the Green Wave. Cole Gerber, his first, team's first. That puts Adam Shapansky to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Sacred Heart. First shot, that will miss. Sacred Heart, a rough start to their year last year. They lost 5 out of the gates and then turned things around at the end of the season, finished 12-13 as a second free throw comes through, and that will make it 1-0 Sacred Heart. The Eagles score first. Nearing the 17-minute mark remaining in the first half. Nice move under the basket, reverse layup for Havig, misses. Putback will miss for Vadova. Third chance points are good. Strike that was Cole Gerber who put that in. East Grand Forks takes the lead 2-1. Here comes Sacred Heart, and losing his momentum in the lane was Kobe Tompkinson. He is knocked down, and we're going to see a foul called against the Green Wave. Sam Vadova called for his first, team second. Baseline right side, Cullen Rorick for Sacred Heart. Lobs it inbounds, and it's taken away with his back to the play. Vadova gets the ball, and then it's knocked away from Rorick. Rather, Zavarol coming back on defense, but a great defensive play for the Green Wave. They lead 2-1, and a chance to add to that lead. Baseline left side, Vadova looks to inbound. Sets it top of the key, finds Campos, stops mid-post, comes to Vadova, hesitation, misses the layup, has his rebound, dribbles, it's loose, and rolls to the corner. Vadova has it and is trapped in the corner. No room to move, and he threw it off the leg of Bo Tompkinson, and that is what will keep the ball in the hands of East Grand Forks. 16:42 left to play in this opening half, opening night of high school basketball in the state. East Grand Forks hosting Sacred Heart, 2-1 their lead. Ball work to Sam Vadova, gives a look under the coverage of Shapansky. Skips across near side, finds Jeremiah Havig. Feeds to a baseline cutter, and Maher back to the right wing. Open is Vadova, up for three. Misses, rebound swatted around, and it's picked up by Tompkinson for Sacred Heart. Work to the corner, missed three for Zavral. Rebound top of the key. Shapansky for three. He has all four for Sacred Heart, and Sacred Heart has a lead in this one, 4-2. 16 minutes to go in the first half. Missed layup at the basket for Sam Vadova. Came down with the rebound, and he was tied up with Bo Vadova. And it will be a held ball that goes to Sacred Heart. Cole Gerber will check out of the game for the Green Wave. Carter Vosick, the junior, will come in. So first substitution of the game. Sacred Heart with the basketball. With it was Shapansky. Tried to settle on the corner. Lost it. Fast break. East Grand Forks. Vadova feeds under the basket. Finds Vosick. Turns, shoots, gets it. Vosick hits two, 4-4. We are tied here in the first half. High school basketball on yourliveevent.com. Full court defense by East Grand Forks, almost creating the turnover, but Sacred Heart sticking with it. Three on the way, off the mark for Shapansky. Rebound grab by the Green Wave. Handled on the far side. Campos will go top of the key. Sam Vadova back to Campos, right wing. Here's guarded by Zavral. Campos to the corner. Up for three and hits it. Campos took his time, hits the three. 7-4 advantage, East Grand Forks, and they'll take away the inbounds. Worked into the hands of Havig. Throws it in the lane. It's swiped away. Zavral the steal. Fakes across the lane. Misses the layup. Rebound. Put back for Tompkinson is good. Tompkinson gets two. East Grand Forks, their lead is trimmed to one. 7-6. 14:45 left here in the first half. Fed in the lane. Vadova misses through double coverage. Goes for a putback and gets fouled. I believe it is Kobe Tompkinson who will be called for his first team foul. That is Tompkinson's foul. No, it's not Kobe Tompkinson. It's Bo Vadova. Sam Vadova will go to the line to shoot two for East Grand Forks. They lead Sacred Heart here 7-6. A little too much on the first free throw. Substitution for Sacred Hearts. Carmelo Rojas will come into the game. Sacred Heart scored first. East Grand Forks played catch-up. They tied it at 4. Since then, have taken the lead and added to it as the second free throw a little too strong for Vadova. Rebound for Sacred Heart. Kobe Tompkinson with the basketball across half court. Drives the lane, puts it up, and an offensive foul called against Kobe Tompkinson. So I accidentally gave his foul, Bo Vadova's foul to him initially, but now both of those players in foul. Both teams with 2 fouls apiece. Under 14.5 left to play first half, and a turnover for East Grand Forks. Just a miscommunication. Campos airmails it out the baseline and out of bounds. So Sacred Heart, Zavral inbounds for the Eagles. Comes to Tompkinson. Back to Zavral on the near side. Needs to cross the timeline. He does. Guarded the length of the court. Vasic with the guard. And then a ball comes loose to the corner. Well, Rorick and Campos going for that loose ball. The held ball will go to the Green Wave. Near sideline, Vadova puts it inbounds to Tanner Campos. Campos back to the near side to Sam Vadova. Full court defense by Sacred Heart shown in this game as the feed comes to the near post and work beyond the arc to Campos. Campos feeds Sam Vadova up for 2. Will miss. Rebound knocked around. Sacred Heart had it but will lose it. It's grabbed by Campos. Drives and was trying to go to Jeremiah Havig at the baseline, but threw his hands out of bounds. It is Sacred Heart's basketball. Joey Vadova is in the game for the first time for East Grand Forks. Cole Gerber, I believe, has stepped back out on the court. And Gerber has come back in for East Grand Forks. Green Wave leads 7-6, just under 14 left to play in the first half. Thanks for joining us. High school basketball on yourliveevent.com. Kobe Tompkinson with the basketball, hands it off to Colin Warwick. will come into the hands of Rojas. Rojas for three, misses. Rebound two-handed by Vadova. Vadova will lose it, and somehow he's stuck with it. Under triple coverage, keeps the basketball, looks to pass it off, and feeds it into the hands of Kobe Tompkinson, not before a timeout is taken for the Green Wave. Timeout comes with 13:27 left to play in the first half. It is East Grand Forks 7, Sacred Heart 6. This is high school basketball on yourliveevent.com.
86-29 this year has been performing outstanding in growers fields. As you can see, the root shape on 29s again, presenting just a great root shape all the way around. This has been our top seller this past year, and it looks to be again. This variety is just performing great out in fields.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
7-6, East Grand Forks leads Sacred Heart boys basketball tonight on yourliveevent.com. 13:27 left to play in the first half. I'm Joel Morgan. Thanks for joining me out here tonight. Season opener of high school basketball across the state. Some games in this area were lost on the Minnesota side due to weather, but most teams trying to get action in. A very condensed season. Ball on the right wing in the hands of Joey Vadova. Sends to Tanner Campos, to the left elbow to Cole Gerber. Gerber feeds to a cutting Joey Vadova, and it's taken away in the lane. Modine steals it away for Sacred Heart, tried to go the length of the court, and East Grand Forks will get it right back. Green Wave has the basketball, under 13 left to play in the first half. They lead 7-6. Work to the corner, open shooter. Bassick for three, will miss. Rebound, Cullen Rorick. He has been all around the boards for Sacred Heart here in this first half. That is handled by Bo Vadova. Will stop on the left wing. Up for three. Off the iron. Rebound near side. And beating out the pile of Sam Vadova for East Grand Forks. Green Wave has the basketball. Tanner Campos on the right wing. Hands the ball off. Bassick on the wing. Comes to Campos to the right block. Double coverage for Cole Gerber. Is able to feed to Sam Vadova, who gets his first two of the game. 9-6 East Grand Forks, a three-point lead that ties their largest of the night. 9-6 the score, 12 to play in the first half. And trying to do it himself, Kobe Tompkinson, and his shot deflected, picked up by the Green Wave. Vadova leads the charge. Layup good and one. Sam Vadova feeling it here right now. Foul call comes against Cullen Rorick, his first, team's third. Substitution for Sacred Heart. Adam Shapansky will come in for the Green Wave. Tyson Maher will come back in. Jonathan Kruger will see his first action for the Green Wave. Zach Martin in for Sacred Heart. So Sam Vadova at the line, trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play to make it 12-6. He does. 12-6, East Grand Forks doubles up Sacred Heart, under 12 minutes to play in the first half here tonight at East Grand Forks, and a steal through the passing lane. Cole Gerber will steal it away for the Green Wave. They have controlled tempo, and Gerber gets it taken away from Shapansky center court. Shapansky trips up. Tompkinson will scoop up the loose ball. Sacred Heart keeps control. Shapansky open, knocks down a three. Shapansky has 7 in the game, 12-9. East Grand Forks lead trimmed to 3, 11.5 to go in our first half. East Grand Forks works it up court. They go the length of the court. Some risky passing. It pays off. Maher misses the layup. Rebound and put back will miss off the iron for Gerber. Rebound this time to Sacred Heart. On the near side, Tompkinson had the ball, lost it loose. Picked up by his teammate Shapansky in support. Shapansky on the near wing will hand it off to Kobe Tompkinson. Tompkinson guarded close by Jonathan Kruger. Hands this one off at the top of the key. It was in the hands of Martin. Somehow works its way back to Tompkinson. 10 minutes, 47 seconds left here in the opening half. 12-9, East Grand Forks leads Sacred Heart. Missed shot from Tompkinson. Rebound, though, Sacred Heart driving Shapansky. Fadeaway shot will miss. Rebound was in the hands of Modine. He gets it knocked away. And there's going to be a foul call, I believe, against East Grand Forks. No, they will say the Green Wave last to touch. Tanner Campos back into the game for East Grand Forks. One more substitution. Did not catch it. I believe Tyson Maher was the one who checked back out on the court. Either way, Sacred Hearts basketball. They trail by 3. Work to the hands of Modine. Stops on the post to the top of the key. Shapansky back to Modine. Mishandles it. Picked up by East Grand Forks. Leading the charge was Vasic. He lost it. Sacred Heart gets it back. It's Tompkinson from the free throw line. Too high. Rebound one-handed by Modine in the lane. And we're going to see a foul call. Cole Gerber's second, team's third. 10:09 left in the first half. 12-9. East Grand Forks leads Sacred Heart. Sam Vadova back in for East Grand Forks. Sacred Heart makes some changes of their own. Inbounded to the left corner. Shapansky for 3. Hits off the heel of the basket. Rebound Jeremiah Havik, who just checked into the game. Havik will go to Tanner Campos. Campos across the timeline, guarded by Tompkins on the right wing. Feeds to the wing to Modine. Nice feed by Vadova. Finds the cutting Tanner Campos, who hits the layup and draws the foul, and one. Foul, I believe, will be against Vadova. That is his second, team's fourth. East Grand Forks, 3 fouls. Sacred Heart with 4. Tanner Campos at the line, trying to complete the 3-point play and give his team a 6-point lead yet again as the free throw comes off the iron. Campos won't hit it. Rebound to Sacred Heart. Rebound for the Sacred Heart Eagles. Grab by Adam Sabolic. He checked into the game for the first time here in this half. Feet on the near post. Missed layup for Tompkinson. Rebound Green Wave. It is Tanner Campos with the basketball. Feeds to Sam Vadova. Tries to feed the Havik down low, but it's scooped up and taken away by Vadova. Bo Vadova with the ball. Shovels a pass left side to Modine. Finds a baseline cutter and a great layup put in by Kobe Tompkinson. Tompkinson's 4th. East Grand Forks leads 14-11. 9 minutes left in the first half. Driving for the Green Wave was Jonathan Kruger. And we'll see a foul call come against the Eagles. Adam Shapansky's first, team's 4th, both teams with 4 fouls apiece. Colin Rorick and Isaac Zavarol will come back into the game for Sacred Heart. Sam Vadova baseline left side for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Ready to inbound the ball. Vadova, 6-year starter. 5 points on the night. He's currently tied with Tanner Campos as the team's lead scorer. So now we're ready to go. Vadova puts it inbounds, finds Tyson Maher, comes to Vadova at the corner, drives, pulls up, airballs the shot, pulled out by Kobe Tompkinson. Tompkinson comes to Rorick in the lane, feeds to the left elbow. Bo Vadova wasn't quite ready for that pass, picked it up, and then sent it out of bounds. It came off the hand of a Green Wave player. So Sacred Heart keeps control of the basketball. Isaac Savarol near sideline for the Eagles. Sets him in motion, lobs it in bounce, and he sends it across court as he airmails it over the head of Adam Sabolic. So Sacred Heart turns it over to the Green Wave. Green Wave will play again tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. So they have a lot of basketball coming their way here in these first, playing 4 of the first 6 days of the season. As a steal comes in the lane, it is Bo Vadova with the steal. Vadova to Savarol, goes beyond the arc. Long shot, misses for Tompkinson. Rebound out of bounds, touched by Sacred Heart. It'll be East Grand Forks basketball. 14-11, Green Wave lead. Under 8.5 to play in our opening half. Work to the corner to Jeremiah Havik. His three will come in and out. Rebound swatted around towards the rim and picked up by Zavarol. Zavarol loses his footing, finds Bo Vadova. Vadova the length of the court, and it's taken away by Jonathan Kruger. Kruger just kept patience, and he had eyes on the ball and stole it away from Vadova. It is handled by Tyson Maher, tried to kick it top of the key, and it was deflected by Sacred Heart, and we're going to see a foul call come off ball. Tyson Maher called for his first personal 5th-team foul. 7:57 left to play in our opening half. It is 14-11, East Grand Forks with the lead. And a foul call coming against the Green Wave. Tyson Maher called for his second, team 6th. That is 2 straight fouls called against the Green Wave. Checking in for Sacred Hearts will be Carmelo Rojas. Coming out of the game will be Kobe Tompkinson. Green Wave leading this one, 14-11, 7:48 left in the first half. Inbound comes to Rojas. Held up, pulls up for the shot, skips off the iron. I think it touched about every part of the iron it could without falling through. Jeremiah Havik the rebound to Sam Vadova. Up court to Carter Vasic. Back to the top of the key to Vadova. Into the hands of Maher on the right wing. Trapped at the circle. Able to find a pass to Havik. To the right elbow comes to Vadova. Vadova fakes up top, drives down low. Shot is blocked. A blocked shot from Bo Vadova and brought up court by Carmelo Rojas. The Eagles will settle their offense. They trail 14-11. 7:06 left to go in the first half, and we'll get a stoppage of play and a foul call against the Green Wave, and I think it is going to be Tanner Campos. Campos first, team 6th. So one more foul. Sacred Heart will be in the bonus for the final 7:06 of the half in a game where they trail by just 3. That could be a turning point to close out the half for Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart scored first. They've trailed by as much as 6. We've had one tie in the first half. It was 4-4. Coming to drive, Zavarol shot blocked. Scooped up by Sam Vadova for the Green Wave. Vadova has 5, tied with Tanner Campos for the lead scorer for East Grand Forks. Adam Shapansky, 6 points for Sacred Heart. He leads all scores. Havik from the top of the key. Works to the right corner, Tanner Campos. Campos will lose the dribble, picks it up, tries to go to Vadova, knocked away from Zavarol. Vadova will pick it up. So East Grand Forks keeps the basketball. Havik drives over the defender, but an offensive foul called. Jeremiah Havik's first, team 7th, and now Sacred Heart's in the bonus. Jonathan Kruger into the game for East Grand Forks. He will spell Tyson Maher. Out of the game for Sacred Heart is Bo Vadova. Did not see who the Eagles brought in as a replacement. I believe it is Zach Martin. Yep, Zach Martin will be the replacement for Sacred Heart. Approaching the 6-minute mark of the first half, 14-11. East Grand Forks leading Sacred Heart, but a foul call against the Green Wave. Tanner Campos called for his second, team's 8th. Isaac Zavarol to the line for Sacred Heart to shoot the 1-and-1. First free throw, that one off the mark. Rebound and putback, though, in for Zach Martin. 14-13, Sacred Heart pulls within a point. 6 minutes left to go first half, and a foul call coming center court, and it will be against Sacred Heart. Colin Rorick's first, team 6. Sacred Heart is in the bonus right now, but they are a foul away from putting East Grand Forks in the same situation. Kobe Tompkinson back in the game for Sacred Heart. He will spell Colin Rorick, who will go to the bench with 2 fouls and 6 minutes left to play in the first half. High school basketball for your night on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Joel Morgan. Thanks for joining me out here tonight at East Grand Forks High School. Ball work to the wing. 3 off the mark for the Green Wave, and we're going to see a foul against the Eagles. So now both teams will be in the bonus for the remainder of the half. I believe it is Adam Shapansky. Shapansky's second. So Sam Vadova will go to the line to shoot the bonus. 5 points in the game. One of them came from the free throw line. He is 1 for 3 on the evening. First shot good. He'll get to shoot the back end of the 1-and-1. 15-13 Green Wave lead. 5:49 left in the first half. Cole Gerber, Sam Vadova. Joey Vadova, rather, will check back into the game for the Green Wave as a second free throw knocked down by Sam Vadova. That is 7 now for the Green Wave senior. 16-13 East Grand Forks lead. 5:44 and counting left in the first half here on yourliveevent.com. Trapped on the near wing is Zach Martin for Sacred Heart. Able to get the ball in the hands of Kobe Tompkinson. Tompkinson to the lane, drive, shot blocked, and we're going to see an offensive foul called against Sacred Heart. Kobe Tompkinson's second, team's 8th, both teams with 8 fouls apiece. I thought maybe Sacred Heart getting into the bonus might be a bit of a turning point for this first half, but they have returned the favor to East Grand Forks, and they put them in the bonus. Ball worked right wing. Sam Vadova for 3. Vadova has scored 5 straight now for the Green Wave. 19-13. They regain that 6-point lead. This is the largest lead they've seen here in the half, and this is the 3rd time they have have met that 6-point lead. Zavarol for Sacred Heart up for 3. Hits it. Zavarol's first points of the game come at a big moment to make it 19-16, 4:45 left in the first half, and coming to drive the lane and knock down was Tanner Campos, and that will get him to the line for the 1-and-1. Fouls against Adam Shapansky, his 3rd. Shapansky's half has come to an end. He will go to the bench for the Eagles. Coming in will be Colin Rorick. Tanner Campos, 6 on the night. Trying to make it 7. Here comes the free throw, good. 20-16 East Grand Forks advantage. Second free throw is in, 21-16 advantage for East Grand Forks, and we're going to get a ball out of bounds. That is East Grand Forks basketball. Sam Vadova at the scorer's table, inbounds to Tanner Campos. Campos will come to Joey Vadova. Goes to Vadova at the baseline, work to the top of the key now, left wing to Tanner Campos. To Sam Vadova near wing, and it's knocked away by Sacred Heart. They tried to get the defense off guard. The pass was logged to Isaac Zavarol, but he will lose it out of bounds, and you can see East Grand Forks players pointing the other way, saying that should be our basketball, and the official agrees. Tyson Marhar will come back into the game. Jeremiah Havig also back in for East Grand Forks. For Sacred Heart, it'll be Sam Modine, the senior, checking back into the game with 4:20 left in the first half. 21-16, East Grand Forks leads Sacred Heart here tonight in the season opener. Work to Sam Vadova, feeds to the right elbow. Missed shot for Joey Vadova. Rebound controlled by the Green Wave. Comes to Joey Vadova, and 1. Vadova put himself in the right position to get that loose ball and hit that bucket. Did not see who the foul came against. I believe it is Sam Modine. It is Modine's first, and a sigh of relief for Sacred Heart as they got some players with multiple fouls and a whole lot of basketball left to play, as the three-point play not completed by Joey Vadova. Rebound, though, East Grand Forks. Driving was Joey Vadova, loses the ball. Green Wave keep control. It is Sam Vadova top of the key who will miss. Rebound, Joey Vadova. feeds to the left of the lane to Jonathan Kruger, and it comes out of bounds. Last touch by Sacred Heart. Inbounded by the Green Wave. Work to the elbow by Vadova. To Havig, drives left corner, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul. His second personal 10th team foul. So it's Sacred Hearts basketball. Zavroal will inbound to Sam Modine. Comes across the lane to Colin Rorick. Stops top of the key. Feeds to Isaac Zavroal. Working his way past Joey Vadova, and we're going to see a foul call against Vadova. That is Vadova first team's 10th. Both teams now with 10 fouls. So Isaac Vadova will get to shoot the double bonus. So the first one comes and will miss. Sacred Heart as a team just 1 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Second upcoming, that's good. 4 for Isaac Zavroal, 23-17. Advantage for East Grand Forks. We're going to timeout Sacred Heart. We'll step aside. It is high school basketball on yourliveevent.com.
We pull together in the fall when a farmer can't harvest his fields. We pull together in the spring when the water starts to rise. We pull together for our neighbors when the weather gets tough. And we pull together in our communities for those who need it most. We've pulled together then. Let's pull together now. Together we can get through this season. Stay home, get tested, isolate, quarantine.
It is high school basketball on yourliveevent.com. East Grand Forks 23, Sacred Heart 17. 3:33 left to play in the first half. We're in a timeout right now taken by Sacred Heart. The Eagles got the scoring started. Adam Shapansky from the free throw line put Sacred Heart on top. They would take a 4-1 lead. East Grand Forks came back, tied it at 4, took the lead, and have not given it up since then. They have led by as much as 7. Timeout ends. It is East Grand Forks basketball. Jonathan Kruger baseline. Immediately inbounds. It's Tyson Maher. Will come back to Kruger, working towards the near side. Back to Tyson Maher. Back to Kruger. Kruger settles towards the left wing. Back at the circle to Maher. Work to the corner to Sam Vadova. Vadova 11 points by my count here in the first half. Feet to Havig on the left block, comes back beyond the arc. Tyson Maher for 3 will miss. Rebound picked up by Joey Vadova. Vadova almost lost it, recovers, comes to Jeremiah Havig, works to the corner to Maher, to the block, hook shot, good for Sam Vadova. Vadova was on a slow scoring start to open up this half, but he has come alive here in the latter part of the opening half, 25-17. 8-point advantage for East Grand Forks. Long 3 from Sam Modine will line drive off the iron. It is picked up by East Grand Forks, and Vadova misses the layup. Rebound knocked away by Modine and picked up by Sacred Heart. Zavroal with the ball goes to Tompkins beyond the arc. He pulls up for 3, will miss. Knocking away the rebound was Bo Vadova, but it is loose and picked up by Sacred Heart. Rorick has it, knocked away from Jonathan Kruger by Jonathan Kruger. Kruger leads the charge across the lane. Layup in for Joey Vadova. That is Vadova's 4th. 27-17, a 10-point lead for East Grand Forks over Sacred Heart with just under 2 left to play in the half and a turnover for the Eagles. So East Grand Forks has settled into their groove. Offensively, they have pushed their lead to 10. Checking into the game will be Carmelo Rojas for Sacred Heart. 1:58 left to go here in the half. East Grand Forks works the ball to Jonathan Kruger. To the top of the key, Tyson Maher. To the right side, Joey Vadova. Comes inside to Havig. To Sam Vadova to Havig, and the and one. Bovadova's third personal. And Jeremiah Havig on the scoreboard for the first time in this game with his 2, trying to make it 3. Free throw good, completes the 3-point play, and now it's a 13-point advantage, 30-17. A minute 37 left to play in the first half. Sacred Heart with the ball, 3 on the way, good for Carmelo Rojas. 30-20. Sacred Heart down by 10. They would like to find themselves a run here to close out the half, but first they're going to need a stop. They double team Samvadova. He's able to find Kruger, who works to Havig, misses the 3. Long rebound knocked away by Rojas, who was knocked down by Jeremiah Havig, and that will be Havig's third personal foul. Both teams have players in all sorts of foul trouble here in the first half. Cole Gerber into the game for Havig. East Grand Forks makes a substitution. Now the official is calling it back. Carmelo Rojas will get 2 shots for Sacred Heart. 1:12 left to play in this half. Season opener for East Grand Forks and for Sacred Heart. East Grand Forks back at home tomorrow night against Crookston. That'll be the season opener for Crookston as the first shot for Rojas is in. 4th point of the game for Carmelo Rojas. In fact, he has scored 4 straight for Sacred Heart. They trail 30-21. Gerber in, Havig out. That substitution was made. As the second free throw off the iron for Rojas. Rebound, East Grand Forks, handled by Tyson Maher. Maher will come to Joey Vadova. Vadova will lose it. Colin Rorick leads the charge for Sacred Heart. Colin Rorick will feed to Tompkinson. Misses the layup. Rebound, East Grand Forks. 55 seconds left in the half, and East Grand Forks was trying to force it, and it gets over the hands of Sam Vadova and out of bounds. Sacred Heart's basketball, 54.2 left to play in this half. 30-21, East Grand Forks lead. Sacred Heart will work the ball. Zavarral tried to go baseline to Bo Vadova. Vadova was not on the same page as his teammate. Out of bounds to East Grand Forks' basketball. 44.9 seconds left to go. Both teams in the double bonus right now. East Grand Forks is led by as much as 13, 30-17. Worked across the lane to Sam Vadova. Vadova splits the defense, finds Joey Vadova for the floater. So Vadova hits the 2. 32-21, 11-point lead, East Grand Forks, and a foul call comes. I believe it will be against Sam Vadova. It is his second. Carmelo Rojas back to the line for Sacred Heart. 18.5 left to play in the first half. Rojas' first free throw off the mark. Rojas 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Good salvage this year by going 1 for 2 on this trip and getting himself his 5th point. Second free throw good. 32-22, East Grand Forks by 10. 15 seconds left to go in the first half. And trying to rifle it up court, Maher gets it knocked away from Zavarral. He recovers and then lobs it down court to Bo Vadova. Vadova in the lane, shot too strong. Rebound, East Grand Forks. Sam Vadova with the ball. 1 second left. Vadova, the contested 3, will hit off the iron as the first half is in the books. 1 half of play here tonight in East Grand Forks. It is the East Grand Forks Green Wave 32, the Sacred Heart Eagles 22. First half numbers coming your way next. This is high school basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Eagle Electric, American Federal Bank East Grand Forks, Sanford Health East Grand Forks, American Crystal Sugar Company, Little Miracles, Northland Custom Woodworking, Imprints Screen Printing, Hugo's Family Marketplace, Weber Irrigation, Achieve Therapy and Fitness, CNH Insurance East Grand Forks. Please thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
At East Grand Forks Public Schools, excellence is the expectation for every learner, every day. East Grand Forks Public Schools will engage and empower learners to contribute and succeed in a diverse and changing world. Today's student, tomorrow's leader. For more information on the East Grand Forks Public Schools, including teachers' pages, updates, the weekly newsletter, EGF activities and events calendars, and more, go to egf.k12.mn.us. Good luck, Greenway, from the East Grand Forks Public Schools.
Welcome back to high school basketball on yourliveevent.com. 32-22, East Grand Forks leads Sacred Heart boys basketball season opener here tonight at East Grand Forks High School. We'll get you our first half numbers coming up, but just a reminder, tomorrow night we'll have the broadcasts against Crookston. We'll begin with our JV coverage and then varsity tomorrow night about 6 o'clock. Saturday afternoon, we'll have boys hockey, East Grand Forks hosting Grand Forks Central, and then hockey Monday and Tuesday, and a whole lot of sports coming your way next week. You can see our broadcast schedule at yourliveevent.com. Just click under East Grand Forks, and you can get the schedule and get the links. Well, Sacred Heart got scoring started. They took a very early lead in a game where both teams, looked like it was the first game of the season. Looked like that they had a limited number of practices to start the season, which of course was to be expected. Both coaches had mentioned that those were possibilities of tonight's game due to the way that the season has gone. But Sacred Heart took the lead, and then East Grand Forks tied it up and took the lead, and we have not seen a tie nor a lead change come since then. East Grand Forks' largest lead was 30-17. They have led by as much as 13 as they lead 10 here at the half. Some numbers for Sacred Heart. Adam Shapansky, who got the scoring started for the game, he has 7. A pair of threes to his credit, and he goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Carmelo Rojas off the bench has scored 5. 1 3 to his name, 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. 4 points for Isaac Zavarol, 1 3. And he is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Zach Martin, 2 points for the Sacred Heart Eagles. So 4 threes as a team, 4 for 8 from the free throw line. A lot of fouls in the first half. Again, with the way this season has gone, as to be expected. Something that Coach Sturkel is going to have to keep an eye on. Adam Shapansky and Bo Vadova, 3 fouls apiece. Kobe Tompkinson, 2. Colin Rorick, 2. So 4 of your 5 starters have multiple fouls. 2 of them, just 2 fouls left to give with a whole other half of basketball remaining. For the East Grand Forks Green Wave, but Sam Vadova, the senior, 12 points. He really turned it on in the second half of the opening half. He has 1 3 to his name, 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Tanner Campos, 8 points, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 1 3 to his name. Joey Vadova with 6 points. Jeremiah Havig with 3. Cole Gerber and Carter Vasic with 2 apiece. 2 threes, just 2 threes coming in the first half for East Grand Forks. They are 7 for 11 from the free throw line. They are in some foul trouble of their own. All 5 starters have multiple fouls, with Jeremiah Havig sitting with 3. The rest have 2. So depending how the second half settles in, we could see some changes to lineups and rotations in the second half with the way both teams are situated foul-wise. It is 32-22 here at the half. Back with more high school basketball on Your Live Event when we return.
YourLiveEvent.com is grateful to be working with the East Grand Forks Public Schools to provide a video stream and play-by-play for varsity home athletic events this season. We encourage all fans to subscribe to YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel and to like this video stream. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and Halstead Telephone. If If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, visit yourliveevent.com for more information.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on yourliveevent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Tim Shea's Nursery and Landscaping, Salon 222, Evergreen Insurance Agency, Border States Trophy and Awards, Leisureland RV, Northdale Oil, Shields, Custom Stripes. We ask that you please thank and patronize these sponsors of the Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
At East Grand Forks Public Schools, excellence is the expectation for every learner, every day. At East Grand Forks, they offer a number of extracurricular activities, including athletics, academic clubs, speech, drama, and many more. At ISD 595, they encourage students to participate in as many extracurricular activities as possible. They feel students will gain valuable life lessons through these activities. For more information, visit egf.k12.mn.us. Good luck, Green Wave, from the East Grand Forks Public Schools.
The Minnesota State High School League reminds us that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Support today's teams with the respect they deserve. When you have a great team and great fans, a great game is practically a given. So, root for your team and enjoy every moment of today's game. This reminder is brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
Halftime high school basketball on yourliveevent.com. East Grand Forks 32, Sacred Heart 22. Adam Shapansky 7 points leads the Eagles. Sam Vodova 12 points leads the East Grand Forks Green Wave. East Grand Forks playing again tomorrow night. It will be at home against Crookston. We'll have that here for you on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back with the start of the second half.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
I'm really happy here because on a daily basis when I get here, I'm so excited to work with the people around me.
I thoroughly like walking through the door and seeing everybody. It's just a great place to work.
Every Sunday I'm ready to come to work Monday morning. Like, we laugh and we joke, but we get work done. But I've never had a bad day here.
And final few seconds, we'll wind off the clock at halftime as we're ready to go for the second half. And both teams have starters with multiple fouls. In fact, between the two teams, there is just one player who has a starter without a foul, Isaac Zabrol from Sacred Heart. Rorick, Zabrol, Shapansky, Vodova, Tompkinson back in for the Sacred Heart Eagles. For East Grand Forks, Vadava, Campos, Gerber, Havig, and Maher. Our second half is underway. That is Sacred Heart with the basketball. They will lose it. Kobe Tompkinson ran out of real estate on the far side of the court. He'll lose the basketball, and it will go back to East Grand Forks. Tyson Maher inbounds to Sam Vadava. Vadava one hands back to the near side to Tyson Maher. Across to Sam Vadava to the corner. Three off the side of the backboard from Tanner Campos. Rebound was grabbed by Sacred Heart. Lost at half court by Zavrol, but recovered by Bo Vadava. Vadava settles towards the right wing. We'll hand it off to Colin Rorick. We'll get him in motion. Rorick looking for some help. Calls for off-ball movement. Feeds to Bo Vadava, top of the key. We'll hand it off to Shapansky. Three off the iron. Rebound in the corner. Tracked down by Tanner Compost. It is Sacred Heart's basketball. It is East Grand Forks' basketball. No scoring yet underway here in the second half. Jeremiah Havig from the wing. Inside, Cole Gerber's shot will miss. Havig the rebound to the basket. One-hand shot misses. Goes for the rebound. Is beat out in the lane by Bo Vadava. And Vadava will bring it to the near side. Vadava drives in the lane. Up to shoot. Layup misses. Rebound knocked away by Tompkinson, but picked up by East Grand Forks. It is Tanner Campos with the basketball. Campos sends it to the left side to Maher, to Havig in the corner, to Vadava, to the top of the key. Tanner Campos for three, hits it off the iron. Rebound, Bo Tompkinson for Sacred Heart, and he is immediately tied up by Sam Vadava. Held ball that will go to the Sacred Heart Eagles. 32-22. Neither team is yet to find a bucket here in the early going of our second half. It is East Grand Forks' basketball. Excuse me, I said it was Sacred Hearts. It is East Grand Forks as it's inbounded, and it comes to Tyson Maher near wing, to Campos inside to Vadava, back to Maher. Looks to pass instead, will take the shot and hits it. Maher for two, his first points of the game, 34-22. East Grand Forks with their 12-point lead, 16 minutes left to play. And trying to hand it off on the wing was Zavrol, and he is knocked down. Foul, I believe, will be Jeremiah Havig. That's what I thought. It is his fourth, so his game is going to be stalled here for a little bit. Carter Vosick, Spencer Englund will come into the game for East Grand Forks. Green Wave leading by 12. Carmelo Rojas for Sacred Heart. Long pass, and it gets by his teammate, Bo Vadava, and will go out of bounds. So Sam Vadava for East Grand Forks. Puts this one inbounds, finds Tanner Campos. Campos will come to Maher. Tyson Maher feeds to the block to Vadava. Vadava under double coverage, hesitation, tries an outlet pass. It's stolen away by Carmelo Rojas. Rojas tries to go the length of the court to Rorick, but England will pick it up, and it's East Grand Forks basketball. Campos feeds to Vadava, hesitation, layup good and one. Vadava gets his 14th point and draws the foul. Bo Vadava called for his fourth, team's first of the half. 36-22 the lead. Vadava's free throw will miss. England the rebound. Putback will miss. Almost had a chance at third chance points, but he will lose out. 14-point lead for East Grand Forks, now their largest. As out of the game, Bo Vadava for Sacred Heart. Coming in, Zach Martin. Vadava's going to sit some minutes. So now Bo Vadava for Sacred Heart. Jeremiah Havig for East Grand Forks. Both will miss some time with fouls. Ball put out of bounds. It will go to Sacred Heart. Adam Shapansky on the far sideline to inbound. Shapansky tried a no-look inbound, went to Kobe Tompkinson, but it's poked out of bounds by Tyson Maher. And I think we're going to timeout. We will. A timeout taken by Sacred Heart, 36-22. East Grand Forks leads, 15:28 left to play. It's high school basketball on yourliveevent.com.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on yourliveevent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Up North Pizza Pub, BSN Sports, East Grand Forks Youth Basketball Association, Construction Engineers, Red River Bean and Seed LLC, Franson Bank and Trust, GW and Sons Construction, East Grand Forks Blue Line Club, Reliance Telephone and Security, and by Caulfield Studios. Please thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
'86-29 this year has been performing outstanding in growers fields. As you can see, the root shape on 29s again, presenting just a great root shape all the way around. This has been our top seller this past year, and it looks to be again. This variety is just performing great out in fields.
(36-22), East Grand Forks leads Sacred Heart. Back to boys basketball on yourliveevent.com. Sam Vadova for East Grand Forks, inbounds to the corner, and East Grand Forks will set the ball in motion. East Grand Forks led at the half, 32-22. They have since tagged on 4, while Sacred Heart has yet to find a bucket. Handled by Carter Vasic, work to the near side. Tanner Campos works to the corner, guarded by Colin Rorick. Swung around to the left side to Vasic, and bring at the officials stopping play, and I think that was to talk to the bench for Sacred Heart. So a warning given to the Sacred Heart bench. East Grand Forks keeps the basketball. Handled by Campos. Works left side to Vasic. Now worked inside to Spencer England. Finds an open shooter in the corner. 3! Knocked down by Carter Vasic. 5th point of the game for Vasic, 39-22. And it is a 17-point lead for East Grand Forks. The Green Wave has hit their stride offensively here with 14.5 left to play in this game. Sacred Heart yet to score here in the second half. Driving up to shoot, Shapansky, he'll draw the foul, and he'll get a trip to the free throw line. Spencer England called for his first personal, second team foul of the half. Shapansky 1 for 2 from the free throw line on the night. Here comes his first shot. That's good. Shapansky has 8, 39-23. East Grand Forks leads, 14:32 left to play in the game. Second one good, 39-24, advantage East Grand Forks. That is 9 points for Adam Shapansky. He is Sacred Heart's lead scorer as East Grand Forks will work the ball up court. And it is stolen away through the passing lane. Rorick feeds a fast break, is able to find Shapansky to Rojas. Misses the 3, rebound out of bounds, and it will be East Grand Forks' basketball. So the Green Wave will keep possession of the basketball. It's Sam Vadova, the senior, at the baseline. Vadova will put it inbounds to Tanner Campos. Feeds all the way up to half court to Tyson Maher. Maher loses his footing, is able to feed Sam Vadova to keep the ball in the hands of East Grand Forks. Under 14 now left to play. Vadova with the basketball. Comes to the corner to Maher. Maher spins to Campos to the near side, finds Vasic. Inside to Vadova, shot off the iron. England the rebound, bobbles it, and it's loose. Recovered by Rorick for Sacred Heart. He will feed up court, up for the layup. Martin, but he gets fouled from behind. Zach Martin will get 2 free throws as the foul call comes against Tanner Campos, his third, team's third. Zach Martin, the junior, seeing some minutes here as Bo Vadova sitting on the bench with some deep foul trouble as the first free throw good for Martin, his 3rd point of the game. Joey Vadova back in for East Grand Forks. Also in the game, Cole Gerber, the senior, will check back in. 13:39 left to play, 39-26 advantage for the Green Wave. Zach Martin scores his 3rd and 4th points of the game. Long feed up court, left unguarded, but missing the layup was Cole Gerber. Rebound grab by Colin Rorick. Sacred Heart with the basketball. Rorick on the wing. Tried to feed to the cutter, Zach Martin, but the loose ball is stolen away by Vasic. Fast break. East Grand Forks, it's Vadova with the basketball. Nice pass under the basket. Reverse layup will miss for Tanner Campos, but he is fouled and he will shoot 2. Foul, I believe, is Adam Shapansky, and that is Shapansky's 4th. And all of a sudden, Sacred Heart has 2 of their 5 starters with just 1 foul left to give and 13:07 left in the game. Campos' first free throw good. That is 9 for Tanner Campos. He is trying to get into double figures. Isaac Zavarol into the game for Sacred Hearts. Adam Shapansky will check out. 40-26 the lead for the Green Wave. Campos' second shot, and that one will go in. 41-26 the score. Fast break, Sacred Heart. Campos tried to feed to the block to Zach Martin, but it came off the foot of a Green Wave player. So Sacred Heart will keep the basketball, 13:01 left to play. Tompkinson will inbound, is able to find Rojas. Back to Tompkinson, misses the shot. Rebound grab by Tanner Campos. For East Grand Forks, the Green Wave have the basketball near wing Vadova. Vadova, the drive to the corner to Campos. Campos for 3, will miss. Rebound, Joey Vadova to Campos to Sam Vadova for 3, hits it. 17 for Sam Vadova. And it is an 18-point lead for East Grand Forks, 44-26. Under 12.5 left to play here in the second half, as a floater is put it at the other end by Isaac Zavarol for Sacred Heart. And the ball will be knocked out of bounds. Sacred Heart will keep control of the basketball. In for the Eagles, we'll see Sam Modine. Out will be Zach Martin. The rotation for Sacred Heart has been altered, with Shapansky and Bo Vadova sitting with 4 fouls apiece. Wet spot on the court, the officials and coaching staff for Sacred Heart doing some court maintenance. 44-28, East Grand Forks lead. Again, they turn right around and play tomorrow against Crookston, a game we'll have for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Colin Rorick puts it inbounds, finds Rojas. Rojas will go to Rorick. Rorick guarded one-on-one by Tanner Campos. We approach the 12-minute mark of the second half. Top of the key, Zavarol, near wing Rorick. He finds an open shooter, missed 3 for Tompkinson. Rebound East Grand Forks. It is handled by the Green Wave, almost lost by Sam Vadova. Vadova under double coverage is able to find Tanner Campos at the circle, and Campos will settle the offense for the Green Wave. Joey Vadova near wing, closed in tight by Zavarol. Set in motion, comes in the lane, lost by Vadova out of bounds, and he knocked it off a Sacred Heart player, so East Grand Forks will keep the basketball. In for the Green Wave, Jonathan Kruger will come in. Tyson Maher will step back in. Joey Vadova at the scorer's table puts it inbounds to Tyson Maher. Under 11.5 left to play, 44-28 East Grand Forks. From the left elbow stands Cole Gerber. Work to the near wing, 3 off the mark for Joey Vadova. Rebound baseline was Cole Gerber, and he tried to put it off a Sacred Heart player. Instead, it came between his legs and was picked up by the Eagles. And Isaac Zavarol was driving the lane. He draws a foul near the scorer's table. Foul on Jonathan Kruger, his first, team's 4th. A lot of fouls between these two teams tonight. It just comes from playing game number 1 of the season and not getting as much practice time. You go from about 5 weeks of practice to a little bit over a week to get ready for this season as driving through the bucket, missing. Kobe Tompkinson, rebound, East Grand Forks. I think both coaches anticipated how the tempo of this game would be and how crisp the play would be, or I should say lack thereof, and we have kind of seen that in stretches here for both teams. East Grand Forks with the basketball to the right, elbow Gerber, shot misses, rebound two-handed, pulled out of the air by Sam Modine. Modine will feed to Camelo Rojas. Rojas goes back to Zavrol, guarded by Zamvatova, and we're going to see a foul call come against the Green Wave. Zamvatova's third personal, fifth team foul. Into the game for East Grand Forks. Carter Vasic. Vasic in, out, Zamvatova. Vadova 17 points. He will sit some minutes. He hasn't sat a whole lot of minutes today, but he'll sit some here. Inbound comes to Kobe Tompkinson. Tompkinson on the left elbow will feed to Sam Modine. Modine to the corner to Savrol. Now back to the hands of Isaac Savrol. Trying to feed to the corner. It's pulled out of midair by Tyson Maher. Maher, the steal, tried to one-handed up court, poked away, but recovered by Joey Vadova. Vadova to the corner, three off the mark for Carter Vasic. Rebound, East Grand Forks. Another missed three, this time for Tyson Maher. Rebound, Sacred Heart. It is Sam Modine with the basketball, and Modine into triple coverage is going to be fouled by someone. I believe Joey Vadova will be the guilty party. This is Vadova's second, team's sixth. 9:47 left in the game. Both teams with players at the scorers table to check in. Tanner Campos back into the game. Jeremiah Havig back into the game for East Grand Forks. Adam Soblik back into the game for Sacred Heart. 44-28, East Grand Forks' lead. As going the length of the court was Kobe Tompkinson. He is going to be knocked down by Jonathan Kruger. Kruger's second, team seventh. Sacred Heart now in the bonus with 9:41 left to play. Carter Vasic's the only player from East Grand Forks who has not committed a foul in the game as Kobe Tompkinson to the line. First free throw will miss. Rebound, Jeremiah Havig. And it is East Grand Forks' basketball. Brought up by Campos. Jonathan Kruger on the wing will come to the circle to Maher to the left side. Feeds Vasic. Work to the near side to the hands of Kruger. To the post, Havig. Over the defense. Shot comes up short. Campos the rebound. Feeds it beyond the arc. Finds Vasic to the circle to Maher. Back to the near hand wing to Kruger. Approaching the 9-minute mark left to play in this game. Driving to shoot is Carter Vasic. He is fouled. Vasic will get 2 shots for the Green Wave. Sam Modine's second personal, third team foul. Carter Vasic will get 2 shots. First is good. Vasic now is 6 in the game. Bo Vadova, who has 4 fouls, will come back into the game for Sacred Heart. They trail 45-28. Second free throw hits off the heel of the basket. Rebound two-handed by Sabolic for Sacred Heart, and it's the Eagles basketball. Feed comes to Bo Vadova. Vadova to the top of the key. Martin drives, Sabolic drives. Hook shot good. Adam Sabolic, the senior, gets on the scorer's sheet. His team down big, though, 45-30. 8:40 left to play. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Joel Morgan here, high school basketball on YourLiveEvent.com. Driving the baseline for East Grand Forks. Kruger comes to Havig, takes a step back beyond the arc to Vasic. Swung around to the left side. Kruger to the baseline left side. Campos, he'll lose the basketball into the hands of Bo Vadova for Sacred Heart. East Grand Forks has led almost the entirety of this game. Sacred Heart has had a short lead to start things off. The score at the half was 32-22. Sacred Heart has just struggled offensively as a missed shot in the lane for Tompkinson becomes a rebound for East Grand Forks. Of the 8 points scored here in the second half for Sacred Heart, only 2 field goals have been made as Havig misses the layup. Scramble for the loose ball, finally winds up in the hands of East Grand Forks. Handled by Vasic to the circle, comes to Maher. To the left side to Campos, to the corner, and a 3, knocked down for Kruger. 48-30 the score. 7.5 left to play. Sacred Hearts basketball. Rojas is left open. His 3 will miss. Rebound grab by Vasic. He leads the charge for East Grand Forks. Vasic on the left wing. Vasic comes back to the circle to Campos, to the near side. Maher comes over to the corner to Kruger. To the post, Havig. To Maher, to the left side. Feeds to Vasic. Inside of the lane, Campos couldn't get through for penetration. He'll go beyond the arc, turns, shoots, misses 3, rebound, kept in bounds. Nice play by Vasic. Unfortunately, we'll give it to Sacred Heart as it's Tompkinson to the lane, misses the layup, put back will miss, battle for the rebound, and I think we're going to get a held ball. That's what we'll get. Havig was tied up with Bo Vadova. Will be a held ball that goes to the Eagles as we're going to see some more substitutions coming here with 6:52 left to play and a 48-30 lead for East Grand Forks. Rorick at the baseline, puts it inbounds, is able to find Rojas, who comes back to Rorick on the right wing. Rorick into the hands of Shapansky, to the top of the key, Vadova. In the lane, Sabalik misses the shot. Rebound, Sam Vadova for East Grand Forks. Vadova will feed it to Carter Vasic. Vasic near side, nice pass, finds Vadova. Vadova off a screen from Englund to the rim, layup misses. Rebound far corner, picked up by Tanner Campos. Campos feeds to Sam Vadova, misses the shot. Rebound two-handed by Carmelo Rojas for Sacred Heart. Work to the corner, Shapansky closed in quick by Jeremiah Havig. 6 minutes left to play in this one. 48-30. East Grand Forks lead Sacred Heart. 3, top of the key, off the mark for Bo Vadova. Rebound for the Green Wave. Sam Vadova, who has a game-high 17 points, settles on the left wing. And they're going to run off some seconds. Some movement coming from Sacred Heart's bench. Both teams are going to start going deep to their bench as a 3 on the way will miss for Cole Vasic. Rebound Sacred Heart. Shapansky feeds baseline. Rorick keeps it in bounds, but it's picked up by Jeremiah Havik. So East Grand Forks will start their season 1-0. Sacred Heart will start their year 0-1. East Grand Forks tomorrow will play Crookston. We'll have that here for you on yourliveevent.com as substitutions being made for both teams. Joey Vadova in for East Grand Forks. Gage Wavera will come in for Sacred Hearts. He'll see his first action of the game. Stephen Argyle's the next opponent for Sacred Heart. They will be at home. That will be next week. Approaching the 5-minute mark left to play in this game. 48-30 advantage for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. It's been a while since Sacred Heart has come in here and gotten the victory against the Green Wave as Tanner Campos hits his 12th of the game. We're going to see a foul at the other end of the court. Foul comes against Jeremiah Havig. That is his 5th. So Havig fouls out of the game with 4:49 left to play. The senior finishes with 5 points. Cole Gerber will come back into the game for East Grand Forks. First free throw good for Kobe Tompkinson. He'll get to shoot the back end of the 1-and-1. 6 in the game for Tompkinson. 50-31 the score right now. Second free throw good. 7 in the game for Tompkinson. 50-32 advantage though, East Grand Forks. Green Wave worked the basketball, shot will miss for Vadova. Rebound comes into Englund. He'll miss the putback. Gets his rebound. Feeds an outlet pass. Finds Sam Vadova. Thought about the contested three. Will drive. Went to Englund, but the ball will get by his teammate. And it goes out of bounds. It is Sacred Hearts basketball. 4:25 left to play. Stay tuned for our post-game coverage. In it, we will tell you our statistics in this contest as there was a timeout taken. No, it will be a foul call. I thought it was a timeout taken by Sacred Heart for substitutions. Instead, it's a foul on Joey Vadova, his third, team's ninth. Kobe Tompkinson, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Hits the first shot. Will get to shoot the back end of the 1-and-1. Isaac Zavarol back into the game for Sacred Heart. Adam Shapansky will step out of the game. Shapansky will end this one with 9 points. He will be the lead scorer for Sacred Heart. Kobe Tompkinson hits the second free throw. He has 8 in the game, 50-34 advantage for the Green Wave. Took a while for both teams to really start settling in. Foul trouble altered the lineups drastically for both teams. Most of the second half, Sacred Heart was out without Shapansky and Bo Vadova, who have been their 2 big players for the last few seasons. Under 4 minutes left to play, 50-34 East Grand Forks, handled by Tanner Campos, feeds across the lane, picked up by Vadova, back beyond the arc. 3 will miss for Sam Vadova. Rebound grab by Kobe Tompkinson. Tompkinson drives, shoots, misses. Rebound. Spencer Englund for East Grand Forks will come to Sam Vadova. Basketball work by the Green Wave, but it's Joey Vadova with the basketball, approaching the 3-minute mark left in this one. Coverage will begin tomorrow with the JV game here on YourLiveEvent.com, and then we'll have varsity action about 7:30. Crookston in town. Saturday afternoon, we'll have that matchup against Grand Forks Central. Boys basketball. Here comes a steal for Colin Rorick. Rorick, the steal and the layup for Sacred Heart. Rorick, who has been battling all game for Sacred Heart, gets his first points. Feed to Englund, who gets a layup at the other end for the Green Wave. 52-36 our score. 2:40 and counting left to go. Handled by Colin Rorick. Goes right wing. Kobe Tompkinson. Work to the near side. Rorick inside to Kobe Tompkinson, who's going to be fouled. That will be against Cole Gerber, and that is Gerber's third, I believe, double bonus now for Sacred Heart. So Kobe Tompkinson will get 2 guaranteed free throws. That is foul number 10. First shot for Tompkinson will miss, and Adam Shapansky back in for Sacred Heart. We have 3 new players in for East Grand Forks. So the Green Wave going deep in their bench with 2:31 left to play and a sizable lead. Tompkinson hits the second free throw. He is in double figures with 10. Strike that, he is shorter double figures with 9. 2:20 and counting left to go. Ball handled by Compost. Compost comes to the left side to Carter Vasic. Back to the hands of Joey Vadova. Back to Vasic. No shot clock, so that means East Grand Forks might keep the ball moving here as long as they need to, with 2 minutes left to play and a sizable lead against their opponent. Ball comes in the lane, missed shots for Vetterkind, gets his rebound. We'll go back to Vadova. Vadova threw it down low and it came off the foot of a Sacred Heart player. East Grand Forks keeps the basketball, 1:55 left to play. So 1-0 East Grand Forks to start the year. Sacred Heart 0-1. Stephen Argyle next week at home for Sacred Heart. East Grand Forks again tomorrow night against Crookston right here on YourLiveEvent.com. About a 7:30 tip-off for the varsity. We'll have stream of JV beginning at 6. You can see that full schedule for our East Grand Forks athletics and all of our 8 teams that we cover throughout this region at YourLiveEvent.com. After the dial back in the state of Minnesota, it is pedal to the floor from this point forward. A steal coming for Adam Shapansky for Sacred Heart. Shapansky two-hands a pass to Tompkinson, works to the corner, finds Savarall, who gets 2, 8 for Isaac Savarall. 52-39 our score, nearing a minute left to play in the game. Full court defense put on East Grand Forks. The Green Wave able to move the basketball. It is handled by Vasic. Lost it, but tracked it down to the corner. Comes inside on the post, and a layup is in for Vetterkind. 54-39, East Grand Forks leads. 45 seconds left to play. Sacred Heart fighting this one to the end. They'll turn it over in the post. It comes to Tanner Campos. And Campos will walk this one across the timeline. He can stall out here for the next 27 seconds and lead East Grand Forks to the victory. 54-39 the score. Green Wave lead. 17 seconds left to go. Ball work to Tanner Campos. Now work to the near side. Carter Vasic, 9 seconds left. 54-39. That score just about to be made final as it's taken away by Sacred Heart, and not a whole lot that Adam Shapansky can do, and this one is a final. 54-39 is our final score. Post-game show coming your way next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
We pull together in the fall when a farmer can't harvest his fields. We pull together in the spring when the water starts to rise. We pull together for our neighbors when the weather gets tough. And we pull together in our communities for those who need it most. We've pulled together then. Let's pull together now. Together we can get through this season. Stay home, get tested, isolate, quarantine.
East Grand Forks Green Wave Sports on YourLiveEvent.com are made possible by the Green Wave corporate sponsors, including Eagle Electric, American Federal Bank East Grand Forks, Sanford Health East Grand Forks, American Crystal Sugar Company, Little Miracles, Northland Custom Woodworking, Imprints Screen Printing, Hugo's Family Marketplace, Weber Irrigation, Achieve Therapy and Fitness, CNH Insurance East Grand Forks. Please thank and patronize these sponsors of Green Wave Athletics whenever possible.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Welcome back to our post-game show. 54-39. East Grand Forks boys basketball starts their year 1-0 with a victory over Sacred Hearts. They'll play Crookston tomorrow night starting at 7:30. Sacred Heart will not play again until next Tuesday. Stephen Argyle at home. Sacred Heart scored first. They got the offense rolling, and East Grand Forks started settling in. They took the lead a minute into the first half, and then would go into the locker room up 32-22 and held Sacred Heart to just 4 field goals in the second half. We're holding them to just 17 points in this 54-39 victory as East Grand Forks continues their streak of wins against Sacred Hearts. Final numbers for Sacred Heart: Adam Shapansky, Kobe Tompkinson each finished with 9 points apiece. Isaac Zavarall will grab 8. Carmelo Rojas off the bench had 5, 4 points for Zach Martin, 2 for Colin Rorick. Well, for East Grand Forks, Sam Vadova finishes with 17 points, Tanner Campos 12, Joey Vadova 6, Carter Vasic with 6, Jeremiah Havig with 3 points, Jonathan Kruger with 3 points. Those were some of the top scorers for East Grand Forks. Foul situation really altered rotations and lineups for both teams All 5 starters from East Grand Forks had multiple fouls. 4 of them had over 3 fouls apiece, with Jeremiah Havoc fouling out with 4:49 left to play. Well, Sacred Hearts had 2 of their 5 starters with 4 fouls for much of the second half. So that was altering their lineup. So that will do it for our broadcast tonight. Again, join us tomorrow. We'll have Crookston tomorrow night. JV coverage begins at 6 with tip-off for the varsity at 7:30 right here on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for joining us.